Australia is full of contrasts, and nowhere is that clearer than in how much people actually earn. Across its 8 states and territories, paychecks can differ by tens of thousands of dollars a year, differences big enough to change lifestyles and futures. In this video, we're ranking every region by median annual income, all shown in US dollars. What you're about to see isn't just numbers. It's a story of how geography shapes opportunity and wealth across the country. Stay tuned, because the differences are bigger than most people imagine. And before we dive in, tap subscribe to the Money Manual, your guide to deeper financial knowledge. Let's get started. In 8th place is Tasmania, with a median income of just $41.8 thousand per year. That's about $1.2 thousand a week. Tasmania is known for its natural beauty, slower lifestyle, and smaller economy. But those same factors often mean lower wages compared to the rest of the country. While the state's cost of living is lower than in Sydney or Melbourne, the gap in income is so large that many Tasmanians still feel stretched. This highlights the challenge of living in a region where opportunities are fewer and wages trail behind the national median. Coming in 7th place is South Australia, with a median income of $43.3 thousand per year. That works out to about $1.25 thousand a week. Adelaide and its surrounding regions have a more affordable housing market compared to the eastern states. But wages here are also notably lower. South Australia has a more diversified economy than Tasmania, with industries like defense and manufacturing playing key roles. But overall pay rates lag behind. For many, it's a trade-off. More affordable living, but lower career earning potential compared to the bigger states. At number 6 is Queensland, where the median income sits at $46.8 thousand annually. That's about $135 thousand a week. Queensland's economy is fueled by tourism, mining, and agriculture, with Brisbane emerging as a major metropolitan hub. While wages are higher than in South Australia and Tasmania, they still fall short of the larger southeastern states. Many Queenslanders enjoy a more relaxed lifestyle and slightly lower housing costs. But in terms of income, the Sunshine State doesn't yet compete with its southern rivals. In 5th place is New South Wales, where the median income is $48 thousand per year. That equals about $1.39 thousand a week. Sydney is Australia's financial capital, home to the stock exchange, banks, and global companies. But while incomes here are higher than in Queensland, South Australia, and Tasmania, they don't stretch very far, thanks to Sydney's sky-high housing and living costs. New South Wales workers may technically earn more, but their purchasing power often feels smaller than the paycheck suggests. In 4th place is Victoria, where the median income is $48.5 thousand annually. That's about $1.4 thousand a week. Victoria, and particularly Melbourne, has a strong economy built on finance, tech, and education. Slightly ahead of New South Wales, Victoria's higher median reflects its competitive job market. But like Sydney, Melbourne is one of the most expensive cities in the country, meaning those bigger paychecks don't always translate into a higher quality of life. It's a reminder that income is only one side of the financial equation. Tied for second, but technically listed here at number 3, is the Northern Territory. It comes with a median annual income of $52 thousand. That's the equivalent of about $1.5 thousand a week. The Northern Territory's economy is heavily shaped by mining, energy, and government services. With fewer people and fewer job opportunities overall, the pay levels may surprise some viewers, especially considering it ranks higher than both Victoria and New South Wales. Still, the cost of living in remote parts of the territory can be disproportionately high, meaning these wages don't always go as far as they might in other states. Also tied for second is Western Australia, with a median annual income of $52 thousand, the same as the Northern Territory. Western Australia is the resource powerhouse of the nation, with mining and exports fueling its economy. The high wages reflect the lucrative opportunities in these industries, though they can also come with tough working conditions and remote job sites. Still, Perth residents benefit from higher incomes compared to most of the eastern states, giving Western Australia a strong position on the national ladder. At the very top of the list is the Australian Capital Territory. It comes with a median annual income of $58.5 thousand. That's around $1.7 thousand a week. The ACT's dominance isn't surprising. It is home to Australia's federal government, public service jobs, and a highly educated workforce. Wages here outpace every other state and territory, with a lead of over $16.7 thousand more than Tasmania at the bottom of the list. While the cost of living in Canberra is not cheap, it's still not as inflated as Sydney or Melbourne, meaning residents often enjoy both higher pay and better value. It's no wonder the ACT consistently ranks first when it comes to income. So here's the big picture. The gap between the lowest and highest earners is about $16.7 thousand per year. That kind of difference can decide whether families are saving or just scraping by. The ACT clearly leads the way, while Tasmania and South Australia sit at the other end of the scale. Western Australia and the Northern Territory also stand out for their stronger wages, thanks to resources and government work. It's a reminder that geography alone can shape not just paychecks, but whole lifestyles and opportunities. Of course, income alone doesn't tell the full story. Cost of living varies dramatically across Australia. Sydney and Melbourne, despite having higher median incomes, are notoriously expensive, often eroding the benefits of bigger paychecks. By contrast, Tasmania and South Australia have cheaper housing markets and lower day-to-day costs, which partly offsets their lower wages. The Northern Territory poses a unique challenge. While wages are high, the cost of goods and services in remote communities can be extreme. Meanwhile, the Australian Capital Territory strikes a balance. Relatively high wages paired with a cost of living that, while not cheap, doesn't reach the dizzying heights of Sydney. This interplay between earnings and expenses is crucial to understanding true financial well-being. Here's the bigger takeaway. Australia's income map is a patchwork of opportunity and challenge. Some regions enjoy higher pay, others lag behind. And the cost of living makes those gaps even more meaningful. Higher income doesn't always equal more freedom. And lower pay doesn't always mean struggle. It's all about how far your money really goes. So whether you're in the ACT, Tasmania, or anywhere in between, knowing where your state stands is the first step to understanding your financial reality. If you found this ranking eye-opening, tap that subscribe button and join us for more quick money insights that help you understand and take control of your financial future. See you in the next one.